This is Sherry. I hope that you guys are having a great day. I gave you guys a preview of the projects that we would be working on for this week, and because today is Monday, this is Monday's project. This is a project that is great for the beginner level crafter. It is just some scores and folds, and then we'll make a box. And the box, when completed, will measure 2.5 inches around and then 3 5/8 inches high. And this box is perfect for holding candies, small toiletries, anything little that you would want to give someone on Valentine's Day. And it comes complete with this cute little lid. So let's get started on making this. And I'm going to sit this to the side until we need it. So to make this project, we're going to need a piece of paper, preferably a heavyweight cardstock that measures 10 3/4 by 7 1/4. And on the 10 3/4 side, we're going to score every 2.5 inches. So we'll score 2.5, 5, 7.5, and then at 10. We are going to turn this, and on the 7 1/4 inch side, we'll score at 2.5, and then we will score at 6 1/4. And we can set our scoring item to the side, and we will need to do some removing of pieces. So we're going to remove the piece here and here. This is the bottom, so this is where we'll cut up to fold the box together. So let's go ahead and remove these two pieces. And I'm going to just come in and cut at a slight angle. And for you newbies to paper crafting, when I say I'm cutting in at an angle, what I'll be doing is making just a slight angle cut like that. And then when I'm cutting in at an angle here, just a slight angle cut there. So I'm not cutting straight on the line, I'm cutting at an angle. And that just makes it easier to fold the box. So I'm just going to come in, cut this, and cut here. And then I'll come in, and I'm just simply going to cut up, and I'm going to do slight angles here on both sides of my score line. And then I'll just do a slight one here. Okay, so this is what you should have left. It should look like this. And then what we're going to do is simply, I'm going to turn it over. We're going to fold and burnish our score lines. And you can do the folding and the burnishing before you actually make your cuts. In this case, I just simply forgot to do it, and now I'm doing it now. And I'm going to take off just a little more here. Okay, so it's going to look like this. And what we need to do now is, on your box where you've got this fold over piece here, we're just going to glue this down. And I just added this just to give the box a little more stability. And if you're making a box like this and you aren't going to line it with any chipboard or cardboard or extra sheets of paper, you should do this, or you should use a really heavyweight cardstock, and I would recommend a 100 weight or a 110 weight. Okay, so now we're ready to actually put the box together. So this is our glue flap here, this piece here. And all we're going to do is just place some glue on that. And we are going to fold it over and stick it down. I'm going to go on the inside and just make sure this is nice and stuck. Okay, so now we can tell that we've got, this is our back because you can see the seam here, and if you look on the inside, you can see the seam right there. So your back should be facing away from you when you hold the box to you. So I'm sitting here. This is the front of my box, and this is the back of my box. So all I'm going to do is fold in my sides and glue everything together. So I want to fold in these sides, and I'm just going to place a little bit of glue, and I'm going to fold that down, and then the flap that's on the back of the box, I'm going to fold that up. So that's the next one that I'll glue down. So I will fold it backwards and place a little bit of glue or tape. I mean, you can use tape on this project as well. And then for my final fold, it'll be the one that's in the front. And the reason why I do that is because when I fold it back, you don't have any of the seams showing. It's just one continuous fold. All right, let's stick that down. And then I'm going to come in and just get it stuck. So now we've got our box. So I'm going to set that over here to the side. And now we want to make the lid for the box. So I know that I have a box that measures 2.5 by 2.5 on all 4 sides. I now want to make a lid to fit that box. So in order for my lid to go over the box, I need to add 1/8 of an inch to the actual size of this box. So it's 2.5 by 2.5. I need to have a lid that's going to be 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. So that means that I need to begin with 2 5/8, and then I want to have 2 inches on both sides of that. So I now need to cut my paper at 2 5/8 plus 2 plus 2. And that means that I need a piece of paper that measures 6 5/8 by 6 5/8. So that's what I have here, and I'm going to score that at 1, and I'm going to score it at 2 on all 4 sides. And the reason why I'm walking you guys through what is a very elementary step for some of you is that I do have a lot of newbies that are watching my tutorials, and some of the feedback that I got was to break down the process for them and then to walk through the process without skipping through it. So I am actually going to do this entire box from beginning to end. So for you guys who know how to do this, you can fast forward through this. Okay, so what I've done is, this is the part that'll go over the box, but in these sections here, let's see if I can get the glare off that. In these sections here, I've got 1 section and then 2 sections. When I cut out all the pieces, I'll be folding over, which will just add extra strength to that lid. So I am going to come back and I will be removing these 3 sections on all 4 sides. So it's actually 3 little squares on all 4 sides. So I am going to come in and I'm going to cut all the way up to here to the second score line, And I should have my big scissors, and I'm going to grab those. And then I'm going to come in and just angle cut this piece. And angle cut this to remove these two pieces, and then I'll cut off this piece. And then I'll come back in and just angle cut this tab piece here. And I'm going to do that same process on all three sides. So I'm cutting up. Go ahead and angle cut just to take that out. I will angle cut this piece. And then angle cut this piece. And remove this. And then again, I'll come to this side and do the exact same thing. And our last one. Okay, so we can throw all of this away. Okay, so this is what we're left with, and we're now ready to put the lid together. So all I'm going to do is place my glue on my tabs. And just put this box together. And I'll come in and just burnish that down a little bit to make sure it's going to stick. And then I'll do the same thing here. And then let's just fold these back for just a second so that we can put glue on them. And I'm just going to glue up these flaps here. And fold them in. And this is how we give the lid some added stability. So I'm folding them in, and then I'll just burnish them down. And now let's place our lid on the box. And there we go. We've got a really cute lid on this really cute box. So the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and just decorate the box. And I'm going to use these little heart stickers that I got from the dollar store. So I'm just going to place them on all four sides and keep the decorating of this box just very simple. Okay, and the last thing that we need to do is make the handle for this box. So what I have here is a piece of paper that measures 1.5 by 11. And all I'm going to do is fold this paper onto itself. I'm not going to measure it, but I will fold it onto itself once. And then I'll turn it around and do it one more time. And that's just giving me a pretty strong handle. so then what I'll do is open it up and glue it down. And I'm just going to burnish that glue down. And do the other side. Put a little bit more glue here in the middle. Wipe that glue away. Sorry if I shook the camera there. And then all I'm going to do is just come in and round this. I can do it by running it along my desk or by using my bone folder just to give it a curve. And then we're ready to place the handle. So I'm going to place the handle right here on the side beneath the lid. And I am going to do that by adding just a little bit of hot glue. You can use wet glue for this. You can use hot glue. But I'm going to come up just a little bit. I'm going to take this lid off now so that I can get this handle on here. And I'll just hold it, and then I'll come over to the other side and do the same thing. So let me place my glue. And then come over and place my handle. And I didn't glue it all the way up because I need to be able to get the lid on. All right, so now I'll just come back in and just kind of shape this a little bit. And there we've got the box complete. What you can do at this point, if you want to, and I'm going to do it just because I like that cuteness factor that it adds, is I am going to place just a couple of mini brads on here. You don't have to do this step. It's just a step that I'm doing because I think it adds just a little something to it. So what I'm going to do is come right down here, punch a hole, and place a brad. And I'll do the same thing on this side. And there you can see how cute just that little brad on the side is. And now I'll place my lid back on. And so the final thing that I want to do is I have these cute little stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I took the sticker part off the back of this one. And I'm just tying a little twine knot on here so that this can just hang down for some additional cuteness. So I'll tie that here, let it dangle, trim up the excess. And then you can fill it with whatever goodies or other items that you may want to fill it with. And you can also come back and put a border on the bottom. I put a border on the bottom of this one, but not on this one. So this just gives you some ideas so you can see how both these boxes are very similar in look. The only difference is I don't have a border on this one, but I have one on this one. So I hope that you guys like this project. Like I said, it's a very beginner level project. So I hope that you guys out there will give it a try. Make some of these for the kids at school, make some for your coworkers, but whatever you do, have fun with it. and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.